Hi everyone, today I'm going to take you through the creation of item in the system and also the creation of the fixed asset into the system. After we have created those items and the fixed asset, we'll go ahead and do the purchases. We purchase them so that we can have them in our stores. Then after that we'll also be able to do supplier payments, so that we can clear the debt as an organization. So for you to access the fixed asset functionality so that you can create the fixed asset, you just go to your dashboard. Then we have this functionality called fixed asset. So for the fixed asset, you just click on it, fixed asset. Then now you'll be able to create new. Basically, fixed asset, this is an account which usually take more than 1 year, and for the fixed asset we shall have different types of transaction. That is, we have creation of those fixed asset, we have calculation of depreciation, which is basically a monthly transaction, or it can just be an yearly transaction. For you to depreciate an asset means you are reducing the value of that fixed asset, because it's supposed to reduce value. So for you to create, we have the column for the description. We can say we are buying a Toyota car. We select the fixed asset class code. We can say this one is a tangible. It's a tangible asset. We have different categories of fixed asset: intangible, those financial assets, all those. Then we also have the FA sub class code. Basically, this is now the posting group to this fixed asset account. Remember, the posting group, we said this is a link in between sub ledger to the main ledger, and the main ledger is the chart of account. We also have the FA location, so you'll be able to populate the location. We can say this one is an administration. The car will be maintained by the admin. We also have the serial number, so we can say this one is KDD 001T. So that's basically the number plate, and the employee who is responsible for that fixed asset, you'll be able to select. We also have these other controls like inactive, meaning if you want to make this account inactive, we just tick on it like that, then it will be inactive, meaning you cannot do any transaction to that account. We also have blocking, basically to discourage posting into that account, so you'll be able to block that account. So this functionality, they are widely used because in the system we don't allow deletion of an account, because you want to track the entries, what has been posted to that account. So for us to keep the audit trail, we don't allow any deletion into the system. Then we also have the depreciation method. It's key you state. We have the straight line method, which is basically depreciation on cost. We also have the declining one, which is basically depreciation based on the net book value of that specific asset. We also have another key field here, depreciation start date. When is that asset supposed to start depreciation? We can say we want it to start at the starting of this financial year, which is 01/01/20. Let me use 23, which is the next year, financial year. We have populated the date in a wrong format, so you'll be able to change. As you can see, now it has accepted. Then we have the number of depreciation in years. We don't populate. It will be determined by the rate and the starting period. We also have the depreciation end date. We don't indicate this one because we have the starting date. Then the asset, it will be depreciated until the values goes to 0. We also have the hard-mode depreciation book. As you can see, this is another page where we are supposed now to populate the depreciation, the rate, the rate we have selected. So we'll be able to populate it at this point. Let's say, you can say the rate for this motor vehicle, it is 30%. You can say it's 30%. Then after that, we have also this other tab for the maintenance. Remember, we'll be having the company which will be maintaining this fixed asset. So you can select your supplier who will be maintaining. Then after that, we also have the vendor maintenance account. So you'll be able to select. Then you can also indicate whether this fixed asset is under maintenance or not. So for in our case, we can say it will be under maintenance. Then we also have the next service date. Maybe you want to record the next service date for this fixed asset, so you'll be able to document it into the system. You can say it's today. Then we can also change the date and say it's next year, the same date, which is 2023. We also have the warrant date. So for the warrant, you'll also be able to populate it at this point. We also have the insured functionality in the system. So once we have created this fixed asset, we will be able to insure. So once we insure, this status will change to insured, and you'll also be able to confirm on this other functionality here for the acquired. So the time we are going to do those purchase orders to acquire this fixed asset, this status will change automatically, and we'll be able to confirm we have already acquired that fixed asset. We also have the field for the book value. As you can see now, it's 0 because we have not acquired that asset account. Then we also have an attachment relating to the fixed asset. You'll be able to attach, maybe it's a picture you want to attach, so you'll be able to import, or you can take a picture direct, so you'll be able to do that. The system allows you to capture the picture, or you can just select from your desktop. We also have the attachment supporting document, so you'll be able to populate the link where you have saved your information. You'll be able to populate it at that point, so that you can access if you want to access that specific information. So that's all about the creation of the fixed asset account. It's so easy as that. So after you have created, remember, you'll also be able to search. We have created a Toyota. We have search functionality here. So as you can see, the system is now being specific to Toyota car. This is our car which we have created into the system. Then we also have this other functionality here, like fixed asset list, the detail analysis, and the projected value. So we'll be able to confirm all those words we have once we have acquired that fixed asset into the system. So basically that's all on now to create a fixed asset. So I'll take you back again now to the creation of items into the system, how you are supposed to create an item into the system. And for you to create an item, you can just go to the search. The system has a search engine here, as you can see. You can type item, item. As you click on item, the system is going to populate for you As you can see, these are basically the list of items which we have as an organization, and the items can be either inventory or non-inventory item, basically like services. So for this functionality, we usually use it to track the movement of our inventory item. For example, we can create something like a notebook, and for the notebook, you after you have created, we will be able to confirm the number of item which we have acquired, basically the quantity for that item. Then after that, maybe we'll be able to, we can sell, or you can issue it to your staff. So for you to issue, we are just basically reducing what we have already acquired as an organization, and you have issued to your staff, or you can also sell to your customer. So I want us to create a new item. You can say it's an item. Then after that, the system will populate for you the number automatically, and we can say it's notebook. Let's create notebook into the system. You can say A5. Then we also have this functionality. If you want to block, you'll be able to check this box to block it. Then the type, as we have said, we have different types. We have an inventory, service, and an inventory. So for an inventory, they're basically inventory, but you don't want to track the movement. For the service, something like an audit services, so you'll be able to create. We also have now the inventory. If you want now to track the movement of these items, you have to select the type of inventory that is. We also have the base unit of measure. The basis of measure, we have a list, a number of like miles per rate pieces, but in our case we are just going to use pieces. Then we also have the item category code. It's also a drop down, a category of that item, so you will be able to select. For example, in our case, that one is an office supplies. Then we also have the item group. We also have the item group. We can also say it's we can select one of this option here. We can say they're basically like an office equipment. You can say like, yeah, that one. Then we also have the common item number, the number, maybe a common number which is basically used to trace this item. You'll be able to populate. We also have the store, which is basically the location. We can say this, we are going to store this notebook in our store, so it is the store, you can say in our store, but shelf number, I say shelf number 1 for tracking purposes. Then after that, we also have this other key functionality here, like stock out warning. Do you want the system to warn you when we don't have any items to the store? If you want the system to notify you, you will just select default to be yes. If you don't want the system to notify you, you just click on no. So for that one, the system will not be able to notify when we don't have when the item is out of stock for the organization, that is. Then we can also go to the point of costing. For the costing, remember we have different ways of costing. It can either be FIFO, LIFO, specific, average, or standard. So in our case, let's use the standard functionality, that is. Then we also have the posting details. We can say this item, let's select, let's use this is raw material. Then we also have the tax group. This item is not taxable. Then we also have the inventory posting group. Remember, we have said these are items, and the function of the posting group is to link it to the main ledger for the posting purposes. So for that one, we can select the posting group to be finished good, because we just buy them as finished goods. Then after that, you'll be able to save that document into the system, the creation of the notebook. For you also to search, we have the search functionality here, so you'll be able to type the name and you'll be able to confirm. We also have something we call attribute for the items. They usually have attributes, basically the features, that is maybe it's yellow, or the way you are grouping them, the width, the depth, the color of that specific items. So you will be able to assign it at this point, maybe something like a model here, so you'll be able to capture all the details the way you want at this point. Also, the attachment of the document, it is in every document you'll be able to do that. So that's all about the creation of the item and fixed asset. The next session, we are going to check how can we acquire those fixed assets, how can we acquire those items, how can we reduce them in the store, and also do the payment to the suppliers. Thanks a lot. I'll stop at that point.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.